Hello everyone, welcome back once again to our channel. Today we are studying economics chapter 1 development. We'll be just going through these notes for the teacher, although they are for the teacher, it is also for you. You can go through this note and get a better understanding of what the chapter wants to tell you and what you'll be learning throughout the course of the chapter. Basically, the first line also basically tell everything the chapter has to offer. Development has many aspects, hence we'll be discussing these aspects throughout the chapter. It is also to enable you to understand this idea. You can go through the note yourself in detail later reading it. We'll just begin with the chapter right away. First of all, the idea of development or progress has always been with us. Okay, like from the moment we are born, our parents hope for us to make progress in our life, be good in our studies, or also be well versed in extracurricular activities, be a good dancer, be a good singer, make progress, and get ahead of other children your age, your peers. Hence the idea of development, like developing ourselves, developing our family, progressing into our society, climbing social ladders throughout our life has been everyone's motto from the very beginning. So this idea of development is not new. We have been developing. Human society has been evolving and developing from the very beginning. We were originally hunter gatherers, became nomads, settled down, started agriculture, discovered fire, the wheel. You know, our society developed. We had became kings, and we had generals. People were invaders. Invading, expanding their territories. People were also good rulers, who uplifted the entire societies on their shoulders. Hence have been developing and progressing throughout history, and at the current stage we have reached, we are still developing. There's so much room for potential for developing the country, in different fields, be it in literature, be it in education, be it in healthcare, be it in science and technology. So the world is trying to achieve new heights every day, every year we had our government plans, the budget, the vision for the next year. Hence there is so much potential, and everyone is working hard day by day to achieve that. The first page is basically talking about this idea only, and integrating economics, history and political science, like what I explained you. Moving on, what development promises: different people, different goals. Now this is also very true. Everyone does not have same ideals in life, right? For example, a migrant worker may want to settle down and not look for jobs every day. He wants to have a stable job. Maybe someone who has a stable job aspires to have a large business empire, maybe open several shops, maybe own several houses, and rent them out and live a leisurely life. Someone wants to be a traveler, someone wants to be an influencer nowadays. So everyone has different aspirations, different goals. So for development, for them means different things. For migrant workers, development means once he has found a stable job and settled down his family in the city. For someone who is currently in his job, he wants promotion, that is his development goals. Or maybe he wants to change his careers, start us from scratch and build something from scratch. That can be his goal. Someone's goal should some people should want to have a family, get married, have kids. That is their goal in life. So everyone has different goals. Someone does not want to get married, someone wants to travel the world, someone wants to start a YouTube channel from scratch, or maybe own a business, open shops. Everyone has different goals. So development is not same for everyone. So how do a country decide? हमने इंडिविजुअल की तो बात कर ली, वी टॉक्ड अबाउट इंडिविजुअल्स इन डिटेल, बट व्हेन अ कंट्री वांट्स टू डेवलप, how should it consider all these aspects and take these aspects into consideration and make policies that will benefit majority of the people? That we'll see in this chapter and throughout this book as well. So this line is important. Different persons can have different developmental goals, and two, what may be development for one may not be development for the other. It may even be destructive for now this is very true. Maybe for example, a employer, a factory wants to be self efficient. So the factory wants to expand, get the latest machines, but this will be destructed for the migrant workers because those machines would replace the human labor, hence they will be out of jobs. So that is not development for them, that is destructive to them. But it is development for the factory, for the future of the factory. It will be, produce good quality, higher quality goods from with latest technology, and the costs of labor of human resources would be reduced. Hence, people have different developmental goals, and development does not mean same to everyone, and they can be contradictory sometimes. Income and other goals, of course, in life पैसा सबसे ज़रूरी चीज़ है. Once you have money, you can then think about other things. Like, if you don't have food on your plate, you will always be thinking about food. तो जब तक आपकी थाली में रोटी नहीं है, you cannot think about those spiritual satisfaction, like having a TV, having a refrigerator, going out for movies, or going out to dine. If you don't, basic दाल रोटी नहीं है आपकी प्लेट में 3 टाइम, then you cannot divert your money to other leisurely activities. Hence, income is very important, and then comes other goals. Money or material things that one can buy with it is one factor on which our life depends. Our whole life is earning money and finding satisfaction from spending it. Some people love traveling. They will work hard for the whole year, take a long vacation, and spend that money there. Some people want to save for their future generations to give their children a good inheritance. They want their children to develop, and they will save continuously and give them a large inheritance once they die. Besides seeking more income, one way or the other, people also seek things like equal treatment, freedom, and security and respect of others. अब जब आपकी प्लेट में रोटी आ गई, आपने 3 टाइम आपका पेट भरा है, देन यू विल थिंक अबाउट अदर थिंग्स, राइट. जब आपके पास पैसा है, आपका करियर ठीक जा रहा है, आपकी फैमिली सेटल हो गई है, मतलब आपके पास करियर आगे हो गया, तो फिर आप सोचोगे ना कि आपको फैमिली चाहिए, बच्चे चाहिए, घूमने भी जाना है, हमें फ्रीडम भी चाहिए, मुझे अच्छा स्पिरिचुअल सेटिस्फैक्शन चाहिए, हमें इक्वल ट्रीटमेंट चाहिए. फिर आप थोड़ा ध्यान इस पर डालोगे कि हमारा ट्रीटमेंट कैसा है, एक्सप्लॉयटेशन हमारे साथ हो रही है, नहीं हो रही है. So this all factors comes after you are full, then you will be thinking about these things. Hence, now the chapter has come to this part. These questions you can think about it, and if you basically get it, आपको आंसर आ गए इनके, प्लीज़ कमेंट बॉक्स में ज़रूर डाल दीजिए. बी इंटरेस्टेड इन लुकिंग टू वट ऑल आंसर्स यू आर कम अप विद. ये लाइन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. सिमिलरली, पीपल डेवलपमेंट के लिए एक मिक्स ऑफ गोल्स देखते हैं कि इनकम तो है ही, हैप्पीनेस कैसी है, इक्वल ट्रीटमेंट है कि नहीं है, क्वालिटी ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग क्या है, क्वालिटी ऑफ लाइफ क्या है, दीज थिंग्स ऑल मैटर. अब हम इंडिविजुअल डेवलपमेंट से नेशनल डेवलपमेंट पर आ गए हैं. It is very important to keep in mind that different persons could have different as well as conflicting notions of a country's development. हमने जैसे पीछे सुना कि किसी एक के लिए डेवलपमेंट, किसी दूसरे के लिए डिस्ट्रक्शन हो सकती है. सिमिलरली, एक कंट्री में बहुत सारे लोग रहते हैं. There are so many people living in a country that development goals of them definitely will be contradictory with other group of people. Hence, the country has to keep majority in mind and make policies that support majority of the people. You can look at these activities and questions. These are very important because Cbse has introduced competency based questions this year, and there are many chances that these types of questions will be coming in your board, like activity and case study based. So do take a look at them. Now, how to compare different countries or states. How do we compare? In India, you have a list. If you go on Google and type the richest state of India and the poorest state of India, you'll be getting a list. So we compare how, first factor is of course income, like how much GDP a particular state is producing for the country. Similarly, how much GDP different countries have is one basis for comparison. Then their economic growth rate, that year by year how much their GDP is growing. Now, once usually we take one important character, that is income. For comparing countries, the income is considered one of the most important attributes, and average income of a country. Then income is also several types. We have GDP, then we have average income in the country, then per capita income. Okay, average income and per capita income are the same. Here is a very detailed description about average income. You can read through this and get an idea of how to we calculate the income. And this cartoon is also very interesting. Country with no rich and no poor, that is almost every people basically have same standard of living in the country. This is kind of country is basically a socialist country, because every country with capitalism as its source will have so many we have some rich people who have control most of the country's GDP and wealth, whereas some people who are struggling to make it. Then we have income and other criteria. What are other criteria? We use to compare. We have three states, and we have these criteria: infant mortality rate per thousand live births, that is the rate of births per thousand live births, and then literacy rate we have. Then we have net attendance ratio of people. How many people age 14 and 15 are pursuing education. These are some of other indicators of a development of a country. Then public facilities. Public facilities also tell how much a country is willing to contribute to its people. Money in your pocket cannot buy all the goods and services that you may need to live well. If country has no facilities, where will you spend that money? If it doesn't have a good education system, if it doesn't have good health care, what will the country what will the people spend the money on? So public facilities are very important, especially for the people who don't have so much income and want want to have access to resources. So government try to subsidize them, like government hospital, government school subsidize people's fees is in government hospitals and school are very less. They are provided at subsidized rates for all the citizens of the country, hence making people, everyone in the country have access to these facilities. Okay, there are so many activities in this chapter, like this human development report. It is also a very important topic. इसको आप एक बार read कर लीजिए. Basically, these human HDI report takes into consideration many factors of a country, and the report and ranks to the countries are given based on that. Here we have some data regarding India and its neighbors. This is our gross national income, life expectancy, means education, and HDI rank. Basically, in HDI, some important, of course, this is the income level of a country, that is standard of living. It shows the standard of living of the people. Life expectancy at birth shows the level of health care that is provided in the country. Public facilities means year of schools or education. Income, health, and education are three very important indicators of HDI, and these are the ranks of the countries that are given. India is ranked 130, and this is a very old data. You can like it is 2019's data, 2024 का data. Please check and mention in comments India की HDI rank this year कितनी है. नाउ सस्टेनेबिलिटी ऑफ डेवलपमेंट, ये तो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है और हर जगह ही बात हो रही है कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट कैसे करें, कि जो डेवलपमेंट हो रही है उसे इस स्टेज पर अपने लिए भी और अपने आने वाली जनरेशन्स के लिए भी कैसे रखा जाए सेम, उसके बारे में डिस्कशन है. इसके बारे में ज़्यादा मैं बात नहीं करूँगी, आपको सबको ही पता है सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट क्या होती है. आप जस्ट ये टॉपिक रीड करिए, आपको समझ आ जाएगा. एग्जाम्पल्स भी हैं बहुत सारे. दीज आर वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग केस स्टडीज़ एंड एग्जाम्पल्स. आपके बोर्ड में चांसेस है कि आपको केस स्टडीज़ भी मिले ऐसी, तो प्लीज़ ज़रूर इनको गो थ्रू कर लीजिएगा. एंड बाय विद दिस वी आर आउट, चैप्टर इज़ डन. अगर आपको एक्सरसाइजेस के आंसर्स चाहिए डिटेल में हम डिस्कस करें उन्हें, तो प्लीज़ कमेंट बॉक्स में डालें. हमें 10 कमेंट्स दीजिए कि सॉल्व एक्सरसाइजेस आपको प्रोवाइड करनी है, एंड वील बी मेकिंग दीज वीडियोज़ नेक्स्ट टाइम. थैंक यू.